Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero, and welcome to God Opens the Door, an RPG Maker horror game where you flush your mom down the toilet. A fair warning, despite that description sounding maybe somewhat comedic, this is far from a comedic game. The word mother is engraved into her teeth. It's been chiseled there in the fine point font. The gentle slopes of the letters, just as gentle as her smile once was. This is the only piece of her to still carry that name. Maybe it's a remnant of some time long ago, when Mother was scrawled across, her arms and face too. Now it remains, tucked away, hidden behind pale lips, held in tight line. Looks like the game has begun. This is where you sleep? You are not tired. Yet. We just sleep on a mattress, apparently. An old box you use to keep your toys in. You can push it from the other side. Am I locked in? It's locked. Yep. A crack in the wall. There's nothing inside. Just like inside me. Push the box over? Sure. Interesting texture. You kind of see it, right? Like the art doesn't just... It's not just a drawing, it's got like a texture to it. I'm not quite sure what happened there. But now we're awake. We're outside. Checking under the rock? Sure. Found the front door key. I was just checking out the rock, but hey, I found a free key. Nothing. Nothing. Manly soul. Yeah, there's a lot of bottles around here. A chair that's fallen over. Try as you might. You can't seem to pick it back up. Wow. That's one symbolic chair. This is the crack. So this is our room right here. Wait, no. There's just a lot of cracks in this house. Beneath the sink, you find an old bucket catching water. Take it? You take the empty bucket. This will be useful for something. A broken stove. In a mess of empty balls, you find one still half full. Take it. Sure, why not? Take a beer ball. Broken empty bottle. They're empty. Let's remember how it happened. Mother contracted the sickness in the spring and carried it with her until the winter. After she expelled it, you watched her cut it into pieces, and then you watched through the crack of the door. She flushed it down, 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 down. I don't like where this game is going. Ow! I think I hurt myself. Beneath the sink are little pills to make your mother sleep. Command of beer? Yes. Don't like where this is going. From the water below, you can hear a small voice. Will you listen? Sure. It's so cold down here. It's so cold and I am so lonely. It tastes so bad and it hurts. It hurts to be this alone. It's so dark. Why can't I see you? Why can't I see anyone? I'm so sorry, I won't let you be alone. I'll bring her to you. It's gonna be okay, I'm here. Well, this game is about this. I'll bring her to you. I have a good idea what the story is now. Pretty firmly. But, yeah, I'll keep my mouth shut. So, let's see a little bit more before I get into speculation. In the closet, you find a bent and rusty hanger. Take the bed hanger. Your bedroom door is still locked. You slip the drug beer through the crack of the door and wait. You hear a gentle snore. Yeah, those hurt every time you step over them. Your mother lies in bed, snoring softly. We need another item here, we're not done yet. Use the bed hanger to pull the door down. Ascend to the attic? Yes. You sure? Yes. This looks like a normal attic. I think you'll need this. The hard part is never the action, just the tedium that follows. You got a knife. Be careful, little one. I don't have much else I can give you, little one. Would you like a story? Yes. Alright, what story would you like to hear? A funny one. A funny one? I don't know if I know any funny stories. How about a joke instead? What do you call a seagull that flies over the bay? A bagel. Oh, yeah. That's the best I have, little one. A happy one. Once upon a time, I met a mother without a child. So deeply she wanted one, and she prayed her every waking breath for it to come true. I am a kind God, so of course I could grant her a wish. But every child requires sacrifice, needs to be fed to grow. She understood this, of course, so she brought to me the things she had no more need for, and I gave her violets to eat. The flowers grew into a beautiful child, and once it was born, the two lived out the rest of the mother's days together, happy and untouched by the cruelty of the world outside. Was that a happy story? I'm not really sure. Scary one. On a cold and rainless night, I met one of my most wretched creatures. A boy. This cruel world had already twisted into something unrecognizable. And he hated and 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 hated until his hate had him stab a small girl to death in the woods. And to his horror, when he looked and saw what he had done, all he saw was red. The same red of his own blood. That same red of his own hate. The end. Okay, I'm never gonna ask you about stories ever again. I think that's a thing that's just not gonna happen. She's cold down there, Mama. She's so lonely, Mama. She's so cold and so lonely. Mama. Mama. These are your mother's arms. They are things that never held you. They do not know comfort. You need to empty the bucket for you can carry any more of her. Right, get back again? No, you just go for the door, right? Pulling the door open, it creaks on its hinges. This is new. And this has changed, even more so. This is your mother's tongue. It is a cold, painful thing. Why are we doing a full loop? Where are we going? I wonder if it's a metaphorical toilet. I know it sounds a little weird, but we're not so much as flushing everything literally down. Maybe we're hiding the remains in different spots. These are your mother's eyes. They are blind to all but scorn. Regardless, you still think they are pretty. Lying on your belly. You what? Pull yourself through. See what I mean? There won't be toilets in these spots, right? This is your mother's heart. It's a thing of muscle and blood. Nothing less, nothing more. Pulling the door open. It creaks under its hinges. We just went back into the same room. This is your mother's brain. A thing reduced to a sloppy mess of red by drugs and alcohol. And now, your little hands as you scoop into the bucket. This is the attic, right? These are your mother's bones. These things are cracked and bloody and splintered the foundation of the rest of her. Now it's not even representing anything in the house. It's just a hallway of shatteredness. This is your mother's flesh. These things are all just meat to you now. This is certainly a horror game. Of sorts. This is your mother's womb. It is raw and a blackened thing. Just as you are now. In the mirror, you see yourself. Yourself. These are your mother's teeth. Go, God, we're going for every part, are we? There's no love for you here. Not even the smallest remnant of her. Thank you. I won't be so lonely with Mama here. I won't be so cold. Thank you. I love you. I love you too. This is where the thing came out of the wall. It is now clear and open. Once you go through, you can't go back. But you already knew that, didn't you? You could turn the game off and not have to see the rest. Or start it over and never leave that little room. If you stay in the little room, then you can stop the rest of it. Can't you? Like a coffin. But you can't unread this line, or the one before it, or the one after. That's the scariest thing in the world. Permanence. We've now gone into the attic world. This is a family photo. Even without the crack in the glass, you don't recognize the faces. This is the bathroom sink. When you first began to hear this small voice, you would always turn the sink on before comforting it. You were afraid Mother would hear you. If she did, she ignored you. What finally drew her attention is when you stopped using the toilet, and the house began to smell like your mess. That's when she locked you in your bedroom. I forgot you had ever existed. Do you know how many days you spent there? How many nights? It all blurs together, doesn't it? Through the wood of the locked door, you heard your mother say, "You too are my sickness." This is a gravestone. First, It was your baby sister's. Now, your mother rests there too. Tomorrow, you think you will join them. But right now, you need to close the window. So that's it for God Opens the Door. A fairly dark game. I won't commentate too much on the plot. I feel like it kind of speaks for itself based on the context that we saw. It's very much a tragedy story. In that sense, it can be hard to enjoy a game like this. I don't think you really can outright enjoy a game like this due to the context of the story. It's kind of depicting a situation that can actually happen. You know, the deal with certain lives and situations of certain parents. And based on the context of what goes down, things kind of lead to a crescendo that just adds more tragedy to the top of the tragedy. So it's just like the toilet spin, almost with the way the text was kind of going, as you saw in some of the scenes. It's just a downward spiral. So it's a well done tragedy, if you want to call this game that. It's got some very interesting art. It's got a very unique style. It has like a little bit of texture to it. I thought it was interesting. But at the same time, it also has a dark enough story where I would not necessarily go on my way to recommend it to people. Certainly more of an experience than a game you would enjoy. Anyway, so thank you all for watching play God Opens the Door. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.